From a media bed unit startup in Bangkok to a fully developed 120 households deep water culture unit in Ethiopia, Aquaponics is showcasing its true potential to produce sustainable food anytime, anywhere. In this video we will tell you top 10 commercial aquaponics tips. Before starting the video, please subscribe to the channel and click on the notification icon so you would get notified when we upload the next video. Number 10. Materials and supplies. The fish tank is the home of your fish and one of the most important materials of the aquaponics system. Fish tanks are a crucial component in every aquaponic unit. Any fish tank will work, but round tanks with flat or conical bottoms are recommended because they are easier to keep clean. Remember, try using strong inert plastic or fiberglass tanks because of their durability and long lifespan. Grow bed will hold your plants and grow media. Depending on your system, the grow bed can be PVC pipes, floating rafts or any food-grade containers. Grow bed support, frame that will support the weight of your grow bed. Sump tank, optional. Using a sump tank will depend on the design of your system. Plumbing pipes and fittings depends on the type of your grow beds, system, and other factors. A bell siphon is required for a flood and drain media bed. Water pump, the size depends on your desired tank exchange rate and several grow beds. Aerator, air stones, this is used in the fish tank and media beds. Grow lights, optional. This is mostly used in indoor systems. Heater, optional. Using a water heater will depend on your location, fish species, and target water temperature. Grow media, for a media-based system, you can use clay pebbles, expanded shale, gravel, and other inert media. Monitoring system, optional. It depends on your situation and how you want to manage your system. Timers and controllers, this is mostly used for lighting, pumping and controlling the temperature. Water quality test kit, a water test kit is very important in monitoring your water quality parameters. Cycling kit, a source of nitrifying bacteria or ammonia required to cycle your system and prepare your system for the fish. Fish food, you need a supply of fish food for your fish. Choose fish food that is organic and meets the nutritional requirements of the fish. You can also use alternative fish food for your system. Fish care products, fishnet, thermometer, automatic feeder, etc. Gardening supplies, supplies you will need in gardening like gloves, pruning shears, sprayer, etc. Seeds and seed starting supplies, net pots, germination trays, or seed starting kit you will need to get your plants off to a good start. Number 9. Feeding the fish. You need to feed the fish properly to keep them healthy. Feed them at least twice a day with an excellent quality diet, and while feeding them, monitor their behavior inside the fish tank. Feed the fish only what they can consume in 5 minutes. Remove any uneaten food after feeding to avoid unwanted water quality issues. To calculate the amount of feed needed in your system, use this formula: 20 grams of feed. Avoid overfeeding and remove any uneaten food. Wastes and uneaten food are very harmful for aquatic animals because they can rot inside the system. Rotting food can cause disease and can use up all of the dissolved oxygen. Remember, feed the animals every day, but remove any uneaten food after 30 minutes and adjust the next day's portion accordingly. Number 8. Check the pH level. The pH level of the aquaponics system plays a significant role in determining whether your system will work. Check the pH level weekly. The pH should be neutral, between 6.8 and 7.0, which is the ideal pH for fish, plants, and bacteria. You can make adjustments using pH up products containing potassium hydroxide and potassium carbonate if you have a lower pH. Add a little at a time until your water pH is raised to the proper level. Number 7. Ammonia and nitrate levels. Check the ammonia levels weekly to note any problem that can become disastrous. A sudden rise in the ammonia level, for example, is an indicator that the system may have a dead fish. The levels may not exceed 0.5 ppm. On the other hand, nitrate levels must be checked monthly and must not exceed 150 ppm. Levels that go further indicate that the plants absorb less nitrogen in the nitrogen released by nitrifying bacteria. You can solve this by adding more plants or harvesting some fish. Number 6. Temperature. Monitor your fish tank's temperature to check if it is within the ideal range for your fish. When necessary, adjust to the right temperature range to ensure that your fish are healthy. Temperature is a key parameter in aquaponics. As you know, there are 3 main players in aquaponics. Plants, fish, bacteria. Water temperature influences and affects all components and aspects of aquaponic systems. Overall, a general compromise range is 68 to 86 degrees Fahrenheit, 20-30 degrees centigrade. The temperature has an effect on the levels of dew as well as toxicity, ionization, of ammonia. The rise in temperature decreases the levels of dew and increases the ionized, toxic, ammonia. Number 5. Plant maintenance. Tend to your plants as you would a regular garden, except you will not seed any weeds. Check for plant diseases and insects. To keep the balance of your system, plant new crops after harvesting. Choose and space the plants wisely. Plant vegetables with short grow-out periods, salad greens, between plants with longer-term crops, eggplant. Continued replanting of tender vegetables such as lettuce in between large fruiting plants provides naturally shaded conditions. Remember, in general, leafy green plants do extremely well in aquaponics along with some of the most popular fruiting vegetables, including tomatoes, cucumbers, and peppers. Maintain balance between plants and animals. Using a batch cropping system can help keep a steady harvest of both aquatic animals and vegetables to keep a consistent production level and maintain a constant balance between fish and plants. Remember, a secure source of young plants and young fish is important, so make sure that the supply is considered during the planning phase. The daily operation of an aquaponics system is fairly simple, but it is important that you observe the health of the fish and plants often. For best growth results, the fish need to be fed several times per day, and this provides a good opportunity to visually inspect the system, the water flow, the aeration and the plants. Aquaponics is not hard work, but it does require vigilance and regular monitoring. If you can't be there, then you need to make arrangements for someone else to be. Number 4. Humidity. In an aquaponics system, the water flow is constant, so you need to consider the natural evaporation and increase moisture in your space. The temperature difference will cause extra humidity. Number 3. Water circulation and spillage. Ensure adequate aeration and water circulation. This means you should use water and air pumps to make sure that the water has high levels of dissolved oxygen and good water movement so that your animals, bacteria, and plants are healthy. Remember, electricity costs are a significant portion of the system budget, so choose the pumps and power source wisely and consider photovoltaic power, if possible. Your fish tank or aquarium can leak. Therefore, the area where you want to create your system is an area that can get wet. Be prepared in advance for spillage. Maintain good water quality. Water is the lifeblood of an aquaponic system. It is the medium through which all essential nutrients are transported to the plants, and it is where the fish live. 5 key water quality parameters are important to monitor and control: dissolved oxygen, 5 mg per liter, pH, 6-7, temperature, 18-30 degrees centigrade, total nitrogen, and water alkalinity. Remember, the water chemistry may seem complicated, but the actual management is relatively simple with the help of common test kits. Number 2. Lighting. Plants need light to grow. All plants require sunlight for photosynthesis, which converts light, oxygen, and water into carbohydrates, energy. This energy is needed by the plants to grow, bear fruit, and bloom. Sunlight is the best source of light for the plants in an aquaponics system. However, if you decide to grow an indoor aquaponics system, you can use artificial light to supplement your plant's light needs. Artificial lighting needs to be given essential considerations and carefully selected because plants absorb wavelengths at either end of the light spectrum, which we cannot see. Although plants require light, fish prefer some shade. Fish do not need sunlight to grow and survive, but most fish require both light and dark periods. Without periods of light, the fish may become lethargic and become ill or may stop eating. So you must provide light, artificial or indirect sunlight, to your fish every day. So even if the spectrum both plan to have an indoor or outdoor aquaponics system, you need to provide the 3 living organisms enough and balanced light for them to thrive. Number 1. System cycling. Before stocking your system with fish and plants, make sure your system is healthy by cycling to establish the beneficial bacteria. The cycling process converts ammonia, fish wastes, into nitrates necessary for the plants to thrive in an aquaponics system. Cycling starts when setting up a newly built or restarting aquaponics system. Cycling with fish generally takes 4 to 6 weeks. This time frame is dependent on the water temperature, which is ideally 75 degrees 80 degrees Fahrenheit. The temperature outside this range will take longer to cycle because the bacteria will be slow to eat and reproduce. However, you can speed up the cycling process by using other methods of cycling. Do share with us in the comments if you know about any other tips. Thanks for watching.